Oh,
I'm doing the face.
hold on. Do the face again. Oh, it's you again. Welcome to reserve seating. Welcome everybody to one of the final episodes of the final episode, actually,
The
of
year. This is it.
2022.
This is all you get.
Yeah, that's it.
You've had enough.
No, no more freebies.
Yeah.
No more paid V's, even though those didn't exist for us. What are we talking about this week, Rob?
This week, we're going to talk about what we like on the schedule for next year.
Yeah,
The most anticipated, the ones, the movies that are going to save cinema. And again, last year we did this show, Adam, and you wrote down which movies we picked for our most anticipated of 2022. And I want to see, this was my idea. It wasn't what we came up with last year and see how we feel about them now.
all right. Rob's first pick of 2022, most anticipated, was The Batman.
Held up, held up for me.
Number two was The Northman.
Definitely number two on that list, but a movie I still like a hell of a lot. Yes,
And number three was Elvis.
you like that movie more than I do.
On my list, it was Avatar The Way of Water, Creed 3,
Oh shit, really?
which will not appear on my 2023 list because it was on my 2022 list.
Right.
It's a jump ball. Rob could have it if he
Yeah.
wants it.
No, I might. You never know. You just gotta keep watching.
And this one aged the best. Don't worry, darling.
Ooh.
And I watched our video from last year, and I was very much like, you know what could be good? Dot dot dot. That don't worry. Dot dot dot.
And we worried.
Yeah. hmm Olivia Wilde is just like, no assholes on my set, but she didn't bring a mirror apparently. All right. So, anyways, my number one most well, I won't say it's ranked number
Yeah,
one.
we're not ranking these. This is just movies that we are anticipating.
Yeah, and I have a couple other ones that are not like dated yet. So if they don't appear on your list, Rob, since I'm not sure if they're going to come out in 2023, I
Okay.
will save those till the end.
Okay.
So my number one that has a date is Asteroid City, which comes out in June. It's the new Wes Anderson movie. It sounds like a Wes Anderson plot. There's like some kind of competition, and it's supposed to be like a giant ensemble cast. But the thing that intrigues me about it the most is that two of the main players in the movie are new to the Wes Anderson universe, and that would be Tom Hanks and Margot Robbie. However, there's also going to be a lot of like his favorites coming back, like Jeff Goldblum, Edward Norton, Willem Dafoe, Scarlett Johansson's another new one to Wes Anderson movies, who I
Which
think
is
would,
odd. It feels like I think just because
yeah,
it's kind of that because of she was in Lost in Translation. Like she had that indie beginning, so it felt weird that she hadn't been in one already. But yeah,
yeah. Her kind of like Jojo Rabbit thing, like
right,
almost
exactly.
makes me think like this has happened before.
Yeah,
Like she was in Moonrise Kingdom, but we forgot.
right, exactly.
That's not what happened.
No,
So,
that wasn't
so
her.
Asteroid City is my first pick.
I'm very curious to see how Tom Hanks fits into that. I love the French Dispatch. I just because we're a little bit of time out from it now. I think the discourse has sort of died down. I remember there being a lot of disappointment with that one. I just rewatched that again recently. I think that movie's brilliant. I think it's interesting to see Tarantino make Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Scorsese make The Irishman, Spielberg make The Fablemans,
Mm,
and Wes Anderson make um, The French Dispatch within like 3 years of each other because they all kind of feel like they could be last movies. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like they all feel like they could be the direct, like a commentary on that director's career. Whereas that's
yeah.
what I think for me, that's what The French Dispatch is. All these sort of myriad characters all coming together to celebrate their editor that kind of got them all together and all that. It's very self-indulgent, obviously, but so is the Fablemans, and so is everything else. So Yeah, looking forward to Asteroid City as well. All right, my number one, or my first most anticipating. Speaking of big old blockbusters, is Dune Part Two. Uh,
Okay.
can't help it. Love Dune Part One. That was great. I know it's half a movie and blah blah blah, but I loved it. That's a movie that I will just put on and just to have on in the background. I am really eager to see what they do with the second part. I don't really have too much more for that, just because just I'm eager to see the new cast additions. I'm eager to see Pew. Um, and I'm eager to see more of that little Chalamet boy. He's
To paraphrase Al Pacino, I want to see it because it has a big cast, and my eyes will be all the way on it. My
most
second
interesting.
pick is Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
It
Do
looks
we have a
fun.
match? We have a match?
No, but it looks fun.
Oh, okay. I wish there was less CGI
No.
ephemera in the background, but it's a James Mangold movie. I would go see it just because it's a James Mangold movie.
Yeah, you got Harrison Ford in a motion picture.
Harrison Ford's still my guy. Will always be my guy. I want to see. The new Harrison Ford movie.
Yeah,
It's got Antonio Banderas. It's got Mads Mikkelsen. It's got enough for
right.
me to be curious.
I wish Mads would stop playing villains in Hollywood movies. But yeah, definitely. I'm having a hard time with the cynicism for this one. I really am. I've watched that trailer a couple times, and I'm gonna say this, and in the same breath, express frustration with someone like David Gordon Green making fan films. I'm
Master of
actually
Horror,
really
David
excited.
Gordon.
What's that?
Rob, take that again. Master of Horror, David Gordon
Oh,
Green.
I'm sorry, Master of Horror, David Gordon Green. I want to know what Mangold's take is. I want to know what he thinks uh, Indiana Jones movies are. You know what I mean? We always talk about that, like with Star Wars, where it was like, what's Ryan Johnson's take? What's Abrams' take on Star Wars? What do these filmmakers think are the most important or memorable parts of these beloved franchises? I'm curious to see what Mangold makes of Indy. I really am.
Yeah, I'm curious, and also like he if it's anything similar to sort of this kind of winding up tone of like Logan,
Yeah,
he's done that before. So like maybe he'll imbue the new Indiana Jones movie with a little bit of dramatic heft that I don't know. Crystal Skull was just so bad that
yeah.
like I just want something to wash that away.
And I will say this, since we're talking about drama, and since this is a little time capsule, we can come back to in a year after movies come out. I don't want them to kill him
No.
because I don't think that Indiana Jones is enough of a character for that to have dramatic depth in the way that maybe guys our age might wish it did. I think it's much better that he's like a cipher that lives into infinity. Like I don't want to see him die in a movie because whereas like spoilers, but for Logan there was a
Mhm.
little bit more like of a dramatic impetus for that. Like it made more sense for the character. I don't know that Indiana Jones needs to die. Indiana Jones is mythic. Indiana Jones is the imperiled every like he needs to keep going.
Yeah.
My second one is Magic Mike's Last Dance,
Good
directed
choice.
by Steven Soderbergh, starring Channing Tatum, starring Selma Hayek, starring some
Not Alex
abs,
Pettifer.
some butts, some
Abs and butts.
some
Okay.
some pecs. If I can't sleep, I will occasionally revisit Magic Mike XXL because it's such a good hangout movie.
Mm.
It's such a good like low key, just like I mean, essays have been written about what it has to say about masculinity and all that, and I won't even get into that. But like, I just think it's such a great, just like settle into kind of movie. I just really enjoy that one a lot.
I do laugh a little bit when like Salma Hayek is like passionately talking about how like basically like somebody dancing for her like opens her up to remembering that she could have whatever she wants in life and the
Yeah.
possibilities are endless and stuff. And I'm just like, I could never do that to anyone with my dancing.
When I dance for someone, it's a reminder to them that life is finite. Um, and it'll be over soon.
My third choice is a tie. It's anything Anya Taylor Joy does and Expendables 4.
Does she have anything next year?
I think just the Super Mario Brothers movie where she's a voice. I'm just saying, the girl's on a roll.
I mean,
So, yeah,
obviously, to be
yeah,
fair.
yeah.
Um,
Should have been in an Expendables movie.
who we add into the Expendables?
Well, Barney Ross is kind of doing the Rocky Balboa thing where he's taking a step back.
Okay,
He will be a supporting part in this, but Stallone is passing the torch to Jason Statham.
got it.
So he's returning. Lundgren's returning. Randy Couture is returning. Some new cast members include Megan Fox, Tony Jaa, Iko Uwais, and Andy Garcia. And
Oh, I love when there's a little sprinkle of Andy in a movie.
yeah,
I love
yeah,
a little Garcia. Top.
yeah. And I know it's from the director of Need for Speed. I'm not expecting much.
Look, junk food tastes good sometimes. Sometimes you need a nice cheeseburger.
I know enough to know enough that no Expendables movie will ever be good. So I just want to see my junky Expendables movie. That's it.
Eat your junk, Mons. Eat your food, man. Eat your
Yeah,
junk. Eat
I
your
want my Samaritan 2023.
junk. But my last one, I'm what the kids call basic bitch. I'm mid. It is Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part One. I can't. I'm sorry. I gotta go with it. I got one of us has got to put it on the list, and
I knew you were going to have it on your list, so I left it off
it's
mine.
gonna be me. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I
Mhm.
am I'm for all the obvious reasons.
Yeah,
Last,
Tom's here to save cinema.
the first of the last Mission Impossible movies. I think he did a great job saving cinema last year. I think he's gonna do a great job next year and every year for the rest of the time. Here we go.
What does Tom Cruise have over Dwayne Johnson besides what we already know?
What does Tom Cruise have over Dwayne Johnson?
Henry Cavill ends up in his movie. So I had a couple backups. These don't
Yeah,
have dates. One is Maestro, which is the Bradley Cooper Leonard Bernstein biopic.
right.
That's his follow-up to A Star Is Born.
So
And
starting with guitar.
Vaccine, the Ty West capper to the X trilogy.
I had some honorable mentions here. Creed 3, which I'm still looking forward to.
I am too.
Looking forward to seeing that in IMAX. Looking forward to see what Michael B. Jordan does with that.
Yep.
Um, uh, Oppenheimer,
Sure.
sure. Barbie, sure.
Sure. Fast 10. Sure.
No, I'm done.
No. I'm at the Expendables 4 level with Fast 10, where when I see that in the cast is Scott Eastwood and Charlize Theron as Cypher again, I'm just like, yeah, I'm like, I would be sad if they were not there.
Yeah, no,
I have
I'm not.
no hope.
No, I'm done. I know I was done after 7, and I said, like, I know, listen, I'm going to bring this up, but I know I gave Hobbs and Shaw a relatively positive review. Um,
Shaw's back. Hobbs is not.
and what I said was in my review, the reason why I gave it a kind of a pass is the Paul Walker's gone. This franchise has lost its heart. Just go and do weird shit. And instead, they're the last couple of movies they're trying to force it with Vin, and it's just not working for me at all. So I'm done. I'm out. But I mean, go to Mars. That's great. Whatever.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you everybody for watching us all year long.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Please leave a comment with what your most anticipated 2023 releases are. And until next time, Rob.
These seats. You know what, Adam? For the rest
What?
of the year, these seats stay empty.
So it's open seating. So if somebody comes into the theater, they don't have to worry about it.
It's open seat. Just come on in. You can go if you need to go get popcorn. Go get popcorn and come back. Nobody's gonna take your seat. It's all good. You can just.
Now that you open that door, though, I'd be remiss without telling this Babylon story from when I saw the movie yesterday. So
Hold
yeah.
on, wait. If you clicked off the video because you thought it was almost over, if you heard that music coming, oh, bonus Adam story.
Oh, bonus Adam story. It's not that good of a story, but it just reminded me of this. So in a theater with reserved seating. The movie's 3.5 hours with trailers. The movie started at like 11:30. It's like 2:20 at this point. These two girls walk in with popcorn and their jackets and everything, and a theater that's filled with maybe me and five other people. And then they sit directly down next to a guy who's just been watching the movie by himself for 2.5 hours. They're taking out their phone, they're shining it on the seats and everything like that. And then he just is like, you could see like like his face. He's just like, "Are you kidding me?" And then they're just like, "Oh, I think we have the wrong showing," and then they just leave.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. See ya.
See you next year.
We love you. A
Love
little.
you.
Sometimes a lot. This time a little. Don't keep that.
All right, look next time.
Don't worry, darling.